people. Hi. Hi. Uh, Let me know if you can see me. Let me know. So, hi guys. It's so good to have you. Let me know where you are joining me from. Let me know where you are. I've never been on live YouTube, but it's so good to be here. It's so good to have all of you. Let me know where you're watching me from. I'm just here to answer your questions. I asked, it should be this week, actually, in the beginning of this week. I asked that you ask me the questions that you would love me to answer in regards to life, in regards to ministry, in regards to gifts and talents and all that in general. And now is the moment. Sorry guys, I've been trying to just put everything together, and it's been a busy week. So I was just trying to find some time in between, and this is the best time to come and answer all your questions. So thank you so much for those that are joining me right now. And so nitaanza kujibu maswali yenu as from now. My name is Grace MWAI, and I want to appreciate the support that you have showed for me in regards to this ministry. I really appreciate. And basically I've opened this platform ndio pia watu wasaidike, tusaidike in knowledge, tusaidike in power, tusaidike in all those areas, tusaidike in matters pertaining life, matters pertaining ministry, matters pertaining talents and gifts, how to manage all that. And basically, excuse me, this is why I came up with this platform. So I'm going to go right onto it. Feel free to interact with me. Mko karibu sana. Feel free. I'm here because of you. All right. I am here because of you. And well, feel free also to keep asking more questions. So I wrote them somewhere, and I am going to answer them at the best way possible. So I'll start with number one. One person asked, how do I manage my vocals, and do I train worshippers? Yeah, the vocal questions are questions that I have really been asked, and I discovered people really have an interest in wanting to learn more about vocal range, learning more about how to maintain their voice, and basically how to manage to have a good voice. And if I also train my worshippers, I also train worshippers. So the vocal range is something that every musician out there needs to take care of. First of all, we all have vocal cords. By the way, we all have vocal cords. This is why we can speak. This is where you can talk. As long as you can talk, you have a vocal cord. So even though you don't do music, even though you don't use your voice more oftenly, it is good to take care of your vocal cords. It is good. This is for everybody. It is good to take care of your vocal cords. In terms of when I say take care, this is what I mean. You don't strain your voice too much. Okay, you don't strain your voice too much, and drink the right things. Jaribu pia, you exempt by what you eat, by what you drink. You can also affect your vocal cords, and especially if you use your voice a lot. Yeah, this is where akina artists, MCs, anybody that uses their voice more oftenly, there's a special, there are special things, or there are special steps that you need to take in order to take care of your vocal cords. So this is especially for people that use their voices. It is good to take care of how you use your voice. Don't overstrain your voice. Overstraining your voice means you're shouting too much. Don't be too high, don't shout too much. Just go use a vocal range that is comfortable for you, and use a voice, and if you cannot stretch your voice too far, don't force yourself to do it, because with that is what you call a vocal strain. You're straining your voice. That is how you end up losing your voice, or your voice being a little bit, hata ukiongea unasikika ni kama una struggle. So if you are a musician, so this goes out to everybody that is a musician, that means you use your voice more oftenly. So it is good to check at the things that you eat. Yeah, it is good to be careful about what you eat. Check what you eat a lot. Jaribu kuavoid masukari sana. Yeah, and maintain using some natural some natural things. Maintain using a lot of water. Yeah, because yes, you will take your tea, you'll take your juice, you'll do all those things, you will put sugar, you will eat sugar in different forms, whether it is sugar in your juice, whether it is sugar in your tea, or all that. But try to strike a balance, and try to make water your friend, so that it soothes your voice. Make water your friend. Make a lemon water your friend also. As much as, basically, the trick about vocals is try when you talk about your feeding habits and your drinking habits, try to strike a balance. Strike a balance. Kunywa maji pia. Do a lot of lemon water, because what it does, it soothes your voice, so that you don't strain. So personally, I wouldn't say I'm really a good water drinker. Siwezi jieka kwa category ya wale watu wako perfect when it comes to drinking water. I won't lie to you, but I try as much as I can to make water my friend. That means that anytime I'm going for administration somewhere, anytime I know that I'm going to use my voice a lot, and a lot for a long time, anytime I know that, I try as much as I can to drink plenty of water to soothe my voice, to at least take a concussion of lemon and a ginger, and you can also add some garlic to it, and also honey. Those are some of the things that I do in order to manage my vocals, and especially when I know that I am going to use my voice for a long time. So I cannot be taking sweets and juice and sodas and sijui what, things that are going to make my voice strain, and I know that I have an upcoming administration that I'm about to do. If I do that, it usually it'll cause me to strain. It'll cause me to strain, and I can feel that I'm straining because of something that I ate or something that I drank and all that. So those are some of the things that you can do to manage your vocals. Also, if you have an interest in learning how to control your voice, one thing that can really help you is singing the songs that, I know there are songs that you listen to and they really challenge you and you love them. Yeah, kuna nyimbo unapenda kusikiza sana. Najua kuna ile nyimbo yenye unapenda kusikiza sana. You can sit down, a song that you know is going to challenge you to become a better musician, a song that you know is going to cause you to to go to those heights. So music is all about, you need to learn, you need to listen to songs. Yeah, if you are interested in learning how to control your voice, or how to be a good vocalist, you cannot be listening to other things. You can only listen to music, right? Yeah. Kama unataka kusoma udaktari, where do you go to? Unaendanga shule ya udaktari, unasomeshwa na mtu anasomeshanga vitu za medicine and all that. So what I'm trying to say, if you want to learn about becoming a better vocalist or a better musician, you need to listen to a lot of music. So that listening to a lot of music will give you a music ear. We call them music ears. So you let music become part of you, and you let music go down into your system, and it becomes part of you, such that you can be able to tell a lot about music. You can be able to tell, hey, that one really sang on a good key. This one, hey, the key was not comfortable. This one, the beat was sounding like this, the thing like this. You can be able to articulate a lot about music if you listen to music a lot, and especially music that grows you, and music that challenges you. So you can try to listen to such music. So if you want to learn a certain way of doing music, for example, if you want to learn a lot about a zouk or reggae, you need to listen to more reggae music or zouk music or chakacha or lingala or R&B, you know, and all that Afrofusion. If you want to learn any of that, you need to listen to that. If your interest is reggae, listen to a lot of reggae, because with that you get to understand a lot about that, and you get to listen to these musicians now, usikie how they are singing. If you are in a position, also you have producers that are also your friends. For example, maybe you have maybe I could be speaking to somebody that has already interacted with a producer. Maybe ushai kutana na producer. Producers are also people that are very helpful when it comes to learning how to manage your vocals, because we have good producers, competent producers that are able to guide you and tell you, I feel like you can do more of this because of this. I feel like this kind of music is best for you because I've listened to you. You know, they know the know-how. Ask producers questions. If you have a chance, if you have had a chance to interact with producers, ask producers questions. And if you have done music yet, I'm sure your producer it will be able to know, you know, you really sound good in this, you really sound good in this. Akisikia ni kama umeenda juu sana, akisikia ni kama unakaa hauko comfortable, they are going to let you know, how about we change a little bit. So what I'm trying to say is also a producer can also play a very big role when it comes to vocal management, because they can actually feel you. Even with the machines, they can be able to know your potential. They can actually feel you. If you have not yet gotten into you have not started producing, you have not met a producer, you can also do a lot of listening. Listen to a lot of music to artists that inspire you. Yeah, to artists that inspire you. You know, you cannot learn from people that you cannot grow from, or you cannot get inspired from. Listen to the right people so that you get the right kind of moral. You can get the right kind of training. Personally, I have not gotten to a program of training worshippers, but that is a dream. That is a dream that I look forward to seeing coming true. I do not have that kind of an arrangement of training people, but I do individual training, you know. I am trusting God to, yes, open a school and do all that so that I can be able to accommodate everybody that wants to learn music. But for now, if you would want to understand more about the training of vocals, you can go to my inbox on Facebook. You can write to me. Grace MWAI is my page, or Grace MWAI Keradimo is my wall. Let's work with the page. So you go to Grace MWAI, my page, and I can get to advise you more on what you can do depending on your story. Because now on this platform, I do not have the stories of everybody. I just have a synopsis of the most asked questions. Yeah. But when you go on Facebook, when you write to me on my page, I will be able, based on your issue, really, you'll be able to tell me a story, a story and your musical journey, and I'll be able to answer that. Question number 2. Why is it hard to get music played in media houses? Wow. These questions, my goodness. Thank you so much to everybody that is coming with your questions. Msoa Dodori lemon water ni kali, but it is good. Asante sana. Minister Florence, I love you. Thank you so much watching and learning. Thank you so much. Anwar Roy, asante sana. Thank you so much for those that are joining me right now. So over to the next question. Why is it hard to get music played in media houses? Wow. First of all, promotion and marketing of music is something that it should be very intentional. It should be very intentional. And by intentional, I mean you really need to know what you are doing and why you are doing it. You really need to know the audience that you are attracting. Who are your audience? Yeah. Who is likely to embrace What is your niche market? Why are you doing, what you are doing? Why are you, what is your intention? What is your motive? You really have to ask yourself these questions. And this is what I mean. Music is very music is a wide, it is a wide scope, and really there is no limit when it comes to music. Yeah. And when I say limit is because even though you sing a Kikuyu song, for example, let me just give an example with myself. I have done more of Kikuyu music. I do have Swahili music, but I have done more of Kikuyu music. So when I did Kikuyu music, to be honest, music is limitless, and I have people that don't understand Kikuyu, but they appreciate my ministry, and I thank God for that. But when it comes to, when I talk about the niche market, most Kikuyus, even the places that I'm invited to, most Kikuyus are likely to connect with me. Are you getting? They're likely to connect with me because there is also a connection of language. They can hear and they can understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Even though music is limitless. And this is why I said my music is also listened to, and people that are not even Kikuyus, they appreciate my music, and that is good. But I personally know that Moyokui Oriora Jigua, or the person that understands Kikuyu, is likely to connect with me, is likely to understand, and is likely to be my niche market because of it. Anybody that does Swahili music, English music, they're likely to attract also, but they can also attract these other languages, So when you're taking your music to media houses, yeah, it is good to understand ask yourself, what kind of music do I have? Who is my audience? Who are the people who are likely to listen to my music and then they embrace? So depending on the kind of music that you are doing, and si ati Wakikuyu tunajipenda or something, but usually the people that ask me these questions are also Kikuyu musicians, but they are also a combination of the Swahili musicians, people that sing Swahili songs and all that. So depending on the songs that you are singing, it is good to first, it will also direct you to the place to take your music. Yeah. So if you are doing a vernacular song, for example, if you're doing a vernacular song, of course, the first media houses that you're going to approach are the media houses that can connect with you, that you can identify yourself with, that are likely to play your music. Yeah. So you need also to that if you're singing a vernacular song, it's all right to go to all media houses. And I'm not saying that sasa juu umefanya song ya vernacular ati usipeleke easy stations zingine. No, take them there, but give a priority to the media houses that are able or that can connect with you. They are likely to make your music also. They're likely to accommodate your music even in their programs. Sijui kama tumeelewana. Take your music to media houses that are likely also to accommodate your music also in their programs. So I think mpaka hapo tumeelewana. But again, the story of music really is very unpredictable. And this is why the question of why is it very hard to market or to have music played on media houses, that is a question that there isn't really a direct answer to it, because music is also very unpredictable. Because one time your music is not being played, the next time all of a sudden it's being played. Yeah, like I was looking at the Firirinda song. I was looking at the testimony of that song. I don't know whether that song hit the airwaves 35 or so years ago. I'm not sure about whether it hit the airwaves the way it has hit right now. I'm not sure it did. But what I'm trying to say is that music can be very unpredictable. You could be saying that your music is not playing right now, and then 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, somebody that just picks it up and boom, it just shoots. Yeah. And I do have also a testimony of Harewe. This is why I'm saying music is unpredictable and it's complex at times, because Harewe, I sang that song in 2017. I don't know whether you guys know that. I did that song in 2017. That song came to hit the airwaves in 2018, end of 2018, 2019 is when I suddenly saw that music, that song it was playing a lot. Is when I went to my channel and I realized the song was growing a lot. Ilikuwa na speed ingine. So this is why I said music is also very unpredictable, because there could be an issue of music is not playing, my music is not playing on the media houses. Maybe the way I can answer this question is probably one day it will, because one time music is not playing, the next time it is. You never know when your time will come. And basically music moves also with the program of God. If you are a minister of God, you're doing also gospel music, you need also to understand that sometimes the way God moves is not the way we move, you know. And I think that explains why there is a complexity and there's something mysterious about music, and about music doing good and playing in the media stations and all that is not is not a question that can really be answered with one answer, you know, because sometimes music requires some time. Sometimes your time is not, you know, your time could be, it's not God's time, you know. God also has his program of moving when it comes with your music. This is why you find one time a song that is not even known, hakuna mtu anacheza hiyo song, the next time suddenly a song has hit the airwaves and you wonder what has just happened, what has changed, you know. And so just the way the Bible says that our ways are not, you know, his ways, the ways of God are not our ways, you know. And sometimes the way God moves remains mysterious. It remains something that we cannot understand, and that's basically how music is. Wakati ukifika umefika, it's like a blessing. Wakati wa blessing ukifika umefika. So just do, the one who asked that question, just do what you're supposed to do. Play roles that you're supposed to play roles. If you need to distribute your music to the relevant places, or also the social media platforms, don't ignore the social media also. Social media, you post your music, you send people your music, and you never know. So just do what you are supposed to do as a person, as a musician. Distribute your music on social media, distribute to the media houses, and you just never know. But basically that's my opinion. Music is kind of unpredictable and it's kind of mysterious at times, but you really have to be intentional about it. If you're marketing your music, just market, just send the presenters your music, send them links, you know, and don't give up. You just never know. So number 3, somebody asked how do you plan to help upcoming gospel ministers? Basically the best way I can, and helping, when you use the word helping gospel ministers, help is really a big word, because there's a lot that is entailed in the word help. There's a lot, sorry, that is entailed in the word help. So when you say help, it really depends on what you want. Maybe what I can ask is the first question when ministers and musicians ask me, how can you help me as a gospel musician? You know, the first question I ask them is, which are some of the areas, or which are the areas that you feel you need to be helped, so that I know at what angle I'm coming in. You get, so that I know at what angle am I coming in, because help is made of many things. There is a help of marketing and distribution, there is a help of mentorship, there is a help of even the way we are talking over here, it is still, you know, it is still help. So help comes in many ways. So it depends at what angle do you need help, because have you recorded your music yet, or have you not? So venye mtu atasaidiwa mwenye hajaanza kurecord, it's a totally different kind of help with a person that has already recorded. Because for example, for a person that has not recorded their music, what they really need is advice, you know, and mentorship, you know. I tell them you want to record your music, where do you live? Where are you? Are there music studios around you? Do I know people do I know producers in that area you're in? And then I connect yourself to them. I connect you to them and all that. If you have already recorded your music, that means what comes next is the issue of marketing and the issue of marketing and distribution, and right now I haven't gone back to the TV ministry because now that is another platform that God has given me to be able to help also the gospel ministers that have come. And I think when I was in the gospel ministry, when I was in the media ministry, it was a very good platform to also come through in such ways as playing the music on the programs and on TV and all that. It was a really good platform for me to come to a level of help when it comes to the gospel musicians, especially the ones that come to me with that kind of help. Right now, I am not yet in the media. I'm not yet back to media. And so right now, unless now you tell me at what angle, just tell me, Grace, this is the angle that I feel I need help in, so that I can know how I can come in. But the issue of mentorship and the issue of informing you and all that, that I can do in the platforms that I already have, that I can do in you see me right now, I'm on YouTube, I'm also on Facebook. Anytime there's a chance to do that, I can come through and give you the kind of guidelines and the kind of mentorship that you need. If you feel that the kind of help you need is something that you need to, it is a little bit personal, you can write to me so that you can be helped, so that I can be able to really understand what exactly you want. You can go on my Facebook page, Grace MWAI, and just write to me how would you want me to come through, and then we can discuss it from there. So what I'm saying is help, it comes in different forms. It really depends on what you want. But I understood help. A lot of gospel musicians, rather a lot of musicians need a lot of help when it comes to distribution and marketing. Yeah, that is something that I've come to realize based on the questions that people are asking, and based on the journey that I have walked through with several musicians. And marketing and distribution is one of the areas that people really need a lot of help. And the issue of distribution and marketing start with social media. Just distribute your music and also market on social media. Don't ignore social media. If it is the media houses, forward your links and all that, and basically your music will be played. Thank God right now we have a lot of TV stations that can be able to accommodate, and radio stations that can be able to accommodate our music. Thank God there are very many media houses right now, so at least music can be accommodated and music can be well played. So somebody else asked about vows, about the lessons of vows. Yeah. And the Bible has taught us a lot about a vow. So do not be quick to vow unto the Lord. Do not be hasty. So number one, what I can talk about when it comes to vows, from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 23, verse number 21 to 23. I think I'm just gonna read that. Okay, I'm just gonna read that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much to those that are joining me. Asanteni sana. Much appreciated. So I think I'm just gonna read that. Let me read that for you. I'm reading about vows from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 23, verse 21 to 23. So if you make a vow to the Lord your God, do not be slow to pay it, for the Lord your God will certainly demand it of you, and you will be guilty of sin. But if you refrain from making a vow, you will not be guilty. Whatever your lips utter, you must be sure to do, because you made your vow freely to the Lord your God with your own mouth. Yeah, so do not be hasty. It is better not to be hasty when it comes to making a vow to God. And reason as to why people people make vows, and people vow before God, it is because sometimes you can be met by impossible circumstances or impossible situations. Like I read the book of the book of Samuel, First Samuel, and the story of Hannah and how she came to pray about having a son, and she really prayed to God after not having a child for a very long time, and she reached a place and she thought, hii situation imekuwa impossible. It's like it's not happening. She reached to a place where she was at her very, very end. She was pushed to a corner. Mpaka now she had to get the attention of God. It's also a way to get the attention of God, and to allow God also to be moved by supplication, And some people go the vowing way just to get the attention of God, and to show your commitment to God because you have been faced by an impossible situation. Yeah. So do not be quick to make vows to God, because it will be counted as sin if you do not pay it, because you will be demanded to pay your vows. You will be demanded to honor your vows. So if you really are not sure about why you are vowing, or why you're making a vow to God, if you're not really sure about it, or are knowledgeable about it, if it is not something really that you want to do, it is not wise to make haste to make vows. So usikuwe na haraka ya kuvao, but again, if you vow, you be faithful enough to fulfill it, because you will be guilty of sin if you don't. So you be you be very faithful to also fulfill it. A position, somebody asked about the position of a woman in church from the days of old, and the way when Jesus was on his earthly ministry. Jesus dealt with women also. He dealt with the ministry of women, and Jesus appreciated the women ministry. If you read even in the New Testament, we have Kina Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Susanna. They provided for Jesus. When he was in his earthly ministry. We know the story of Dorcas or Tabitha. She was charitable. She was in the loving service. She was in the ministry of giving. She would make clothes for the widows, and she was basically a blessing even in the house of God. And we have Lydia. Lydia was a woman of God. She was in hospitality. I will go and read Acts chapter number 16, 1 to 15, and we had so many women that were involved in the ministry. But if you read Galatians chapter 3 verse number 28, we are all one. Amen. So let me just read for you. You know what? Galatians 3 chapter number 3 verse number 28, and the Bible says, there is neither Jew nor a Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for you are one in Christ Jesus. So Jesus appreciated the women ministry from the times he was in the earthly ministry. Jesus appreciated them, and Jesus treated women also as part of his ministry. And we have women that were also in ministry. We have women that prophesied, even in the early church. We have women that were in hospitality, women that could provide for the ministers of God, even in monetary terms, even with places to stay and all that. So women were involved, especially in the mercy ministry, the love ministry, the hospitality ministry, the prophesying ministry, and all that. So it was there. Women were still in a ministry from the early church. So we have somebody else that asked a question of collabos and also mentorship. So the story of collabos, hiyo nimeulizwa na watu wengi sana. And what is my idea about collabos? Well, collabos are good, and it is good when brothers and sisters live together and are one. It is good. It is good when people work in agreement, And my idea about collabos is when you want to collabo with somebody, yeah, And let me first speak to people that approach other musicians for collabos. When you want to do collabo with somebody, one, you need to have an understanding of why do you want to collabo with that person. Why do you want to collabo, with that person? And the reasons vary. The reasons are different. Na kila mtu anakuanga na sababu yake. Yeah, kila mtu anakuanga na sababu yake, because the motive and the intention needs to be made clear so that you can be able to walk a journey together. The Bible says two cannot walk together unless they have agreed. So for you to do a collabo with somebody, there has to be a sense of agreement. Lazima kukuwe na agreement mahali, and you agree in many ways. For example, for me, if you come to me and request for a collabo, the best way that I can answer you is I might not say yes or no. I might give it some time so that we can agree. We need to agree on some issues, and your intention needs to agree to mine, because hata mimi mwenye nakubali collabo, kwa nini ninakubali collabo na wewe kwa nini unauliza collabo? So nikijua why you want a collabo and why I want a collabo, we'll be able to know at the end of the day, what are we accomplishing? Because you cannot work with somebody that you do not know their vision. You cannot work with somebody who you don't know where they are going. Yeah, so when we are collaborating, when we are having a collaboration, what do we want to achieve at the end of the day? What do you want to achieve? What do I want, to achieve? Because there is a reason why people come together and do a collaboration. There are reasons. Trust me, let's just be honest about the issue of collaboration. Kuna kuanga na sababu. You don't just pick your phone and call an artist, hi, situimbe pamoja, situfanya collabo, see, we do this and this. There is always a reason, and reasons, reasons vary. This is why the first question I would ask is why do you have an interest to collaborate with me? Because if, for example, you are a musician, or you want to begin, you're beginning music, maybe you already have your own music. I do already have my own music, but when we come together and do music, we need to have a goal. We need to know kwa nini tunakuja pamoja, because you do have your music, you do have the way you do your things, I do have the way I do my things. Now we need to come together and make something one. So we really have to marry into quotes. We have to come to a place of agreement. Yeah, we also need to walk a journey together. Collabos are very different. Kuna hizi collabos maybe we are friends, we appreciate each other's ministry and we just think we can do something beautiful together. Kuna collabos zinazaliwangwa hivyo. There are collabos that are born like that. Yeah, we are friends, we have a rapport, we have a relationship, we have probably worked together in the journey of music, and we just think, I just think, Grace, your input, my input, we can make something beautiful. Let's just do a song. There are collabos that come like that. There are collabos that come because of typically there's something called valuation. Or when you talk valuation, you can be looking up to somebody. There's somebody you love their music. Yeah, some people do collabos because of valuation and also mentorship. There are people who do collabos because of that, because probably you look at an artist, you love the way they sing, you love the way they do what they do, and you just think coming closer to that person or having a collaboration with that person will help you grow. It will mentor you, it will direct you, and there's a certain valuation, there's a certain value addition also in your line of also music. It's like it tops you up, because there's always an artist you look at and you admire them. You admire the way they sing, you admire their voice, and you would love to unaweza taka pia how do I put it? You would want to get closer to them for the sake of valuation and for the sake of the mentorship, which I think it's also a good thing. So the idea of collaborations is really wide, and it basically depends on why. Always tell a person why you want to collaborate with them. It'll give them an understanding, and it'll make hata wao wenyewe, even as they're making plans or as they're thinking about it, they already know that this is what this person wants. So I will also put what I would want to accomplish over here, and we can see how we can help each other. So haikuangi kwa ubaya, si kwa ubaya. And if I have ever asked you kwa nini unataka kufanya collab na mimi, si kwa ubaya. Usually we ask that question because we want to come to a place of agreement. I need to know where you are going with this, why we are doing this, and then I put my idea over here, and then we see what can be done. And collaboration should be done as professional as you can. It should be professional. Yeah, it should be professional, so that msikuje kusumbuana baadaye, wimbo ni ya nani. This is why people really need to work in agreement, because mnaanzanga kuulizana maswali, wimbo ni ya nani in the first place. Mara itawekwa kwa channel ya nani. Mara you really need to know why you're doing this collaboration, because within time, music comes with money attached to it. Who is paying for the project? Are we both paying for the project? Are you paying for the project? After the project is done, there are avenues to earn the income, including YouTube. YouTube, who is monetizing? Who is, yeah? So such and such levels, you cannot just do a collaboration without such agreements and plans. You need to have a sitting with somebody and really know what this collaboration is about. So when it comes to collaboration, information, agreements, they come first, and then so that you can be able to make your decision whether you would want to continue with the collaborations. But the intentions vary and they are different. Ndio watu wasikuje kusumbuana kule mbele. That's why I'm saying you really need to do these things up front. Okay? So that's my idea with collabos, and I love collabos. I think it's really a beautiful thing when people will come together and make a beautiful project. But the project can be beautiful, lakini kwa ground vitu si beautiful. This is why I'm saying, please agree. Please have one mind, and please know what is the motive. Yeah? Because collabos are beautiful, and there's something about collabos that make a song just glorious and just good. But hakuna haja sisi tuko huku nje, sisi kama watu wenye wanatazama mziki yako, tunaona mko sawa, mnaimba vizuri, tunawashangilia, tunawacelebrate, tunashare mziki yenu, lakini nyinyi mna fight. You know why people fight in collaboration? Because they did not agree. They were not in agreement. Yeah? And I go to the second bit of collaboration. You also need to be spiritually. Spiritually pia, roho zenyu lazima pia they come to an agreement. You need to test the spirits. Test my spirit, I test your spirit. So that as we do music, muziki kona roho moja. And where you have tested the spirits, and even spiritually you have married. Because for me, my idea, if I collaborate with somebody, we also need to marry spiritually. Spiritually, I would love to also grow with you. I would love to grow with you. There are a lot of struggles that can be avoided, especially when people have married spiritually. Si tunafanya collabo moja ako kule, mwingine ako kule, and we expect that we will come. We have not agreed, so we cannot be able to work together. Yeah, so that's the idea. So the question of backup, people were asking if I do backups and how much I charge for backups. Yes, I do backups, although it's been a while since I did backup. I did that a lot. Backup nilianza mapema sana. I started as a very young girl doing backups for artists. It is something that I still do, although I don't do it as much now. I don't do it as much, but I still do it. So About that, if you would want to know more about the charges and everything, nikute kwa inbox Grace Moi kwa page. Good. So I think that's about it. I have answered your questions. Remember, I was answering questions of life, ministry, talents, and gifts, and I think I've been able to tackle pretty much of the same. So I look forward to many more interactions. I look forward to many more connecting with you, and I really do hope that you have had an amazing time. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate your support. Keep sharing this video. If anybody needs to listen to this video, keep sharing the videos. And next time we are coming with the topic of relationships. Okay. We are going to tackle everything. We are going to tackle everything. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. I will be combining these topics. I will be combining all of them. So saa zingine tuna shift kidogo, tunaenda kwa relationships. Actually, you can start asking the relationships questions that we have right now, although I'll be posting it on my page. So I thank you very much. Now wapenda nyinyi wote, keep sharing this video and more of my music. People are asking what next, what are my plans. Oh, the story of if I'm going back to media, let's just see how it goes. For now, I'm in a good place. I'm happy and I'm okay. About the media, I'm sure you guys are going to know about it. You're going to know which is my next destination. You will know what next is coming. But for now, ministry continues. Bado, I'm still doing the music ministry, and I have new projects coming soon. Please stay tuned. Please subscribe. Ndio ukue among the first people also to know about what's going on. So there's more music coming about media. We are definitely, you're going to know about it, and it is all about God all the way. I trust in Jesus. I'm still trusting in Jesus, and wherever he may lead me, I will go. Wherever he may want me to go, I will go, and we will know about it. But for now, roho yangu iko sawa. I'm happy and I'm in a good place, and all is well. Basically, it's all about trust in Jesus. Na injili isonge kusonga, and thank God we have such platforms, so we will still be connecting even in this platform. So thank you very much for everybody that prays for me, everybody that wishes me well, for your support and everything. Thank you, people. Nawapenda nyinyi wote. I see you. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. I see somebody here about Skiza chord. Advice about Skiza chords. Okay. We all know what Skiza chords are. Ni hii mtu akikupigia and you get to listen, you get to hear some music from their side. That is the skiza chord. And we have companies, we have different companies that deal with skiza chords. I'll be highlighting some of the companies I know that can do that for you. I'll be writing their names there in the comment section about the skiza tune companies and where you can find them and how they can be of help. It is of help because that is one way of musicians earning their money because anytime mtu ameweka skiza tune yako, there is a percentage that goes to you. But all those directives and all those breakdowns of how income is divided and generated, that one I leave to the necessary companies to advise you, but I'll write them down over there. The ones I know that can be of help to you. Asante sana. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So hope to see you another time. God bless you. Thank you.